Thinking about a gold IRA with American Hartford Gold, in this review, we're looking at the data to see if they're still a top choice for retirements. We'll cover their $10,000 minimum investments, their current fee schedule, and how their buyback program actually works. If you're wondering if American Hartford Gold is legitimate or just high-budget marketing, here's the honest breakdown of the pros and cons you need to know before you move your 401k. Company credibility. To understand where American Hartford Gold stands today, you have to look at their track record. Founded back in 2015, they have managed to grow into one of the largest precious metals retailers in the country, surpassing over $4 billion in total metals delivered. That is a staggering number, but volume doesn't always equal quality. What really stands out is their consistency in ratings departments. Even with that massive volume, they've maintained an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and a AAA rating from the Business Consumer Alliance. If you look at Trustpilot right now, they're sitting at a 4.6 out of 5 stars with thousands of reviews. Usually when a company grows this big, you start to see the service slip, but the data suggests they're still keeping their customers relatively happy. Now, of course, high ratings are great, but the right company for most people usually comes down to their specific account size. If you want to see which gold IRA provider fits your specific budget and timeline, there is a free 60-second quiz linked in the description below. You answer 5 quick questions and it will give you a personalized recommendation on which gold IRA company is best for you. Next, let's look at the minimum investment you need with American Hartford Gold. Investment minimums. One of the biggest hurdles in the gold IRA world is the buy-in. A lot of the top-tier companies out there have moved their minimums up to $25,000 or even $50,000. That prices out a lot of everyday investors who just want to move a portion of their savings into silver or gold. American Hartford Gold has held steadily with a $10,000 minimum for gold IRAs. This is one of their biggest competitive advantages. It makes them the everyman's gold company. If you have a smaller 401k from a previous job or a modest IRA that you want to diversify, you can actually get in the door here. If you aren't looking for an IRA, American Hartford Gold offers a cash purchase option that allows you to buy physical gold or silver directly. This is a great choice for investors who prefer to store their metals independently or for those who want to invest more than the annual IRA limits allows. With this path, the minimum investment is even more accessible, starting at just $5,000. This accessibility, though, is a double-edged sword. Because they take smaller accounts, they deal with a much higher volume of customers, which can sometimes lead to longer wait times on the phone during market spikes. But in terms of getting started, they make the barrier to entry significantly lower than almost any other reputable, full-service gold firm operating right now. The Gold IRA setup process. For those unfamiliar with the logistics of a gold rollover, the process is actually quite straightforward. American Hartford Gold has refined this into a standard 3-step transition. Step 1 is opening the account. AHG coordinates with IRS-approved custodians, such as equity trusts, to handle the administrative setup. These custodians act as the legal fiduciaries for your accounts, ensuring all holdings remain in full compliance with IRS regulations. Step 2 is funding the accounts. This involves a transfer from your existing 401k, 403b, or traditional IRA into new precious metals IRA. When executed correctly as a custodian-to-custodian rollover, this is a tax-free event that allows you to move your capital without triggering early withdrawal penalties or tax liabilities. AHG has a dedicated department to help manage the communication with your current plan provider to ensure the paperwork is processed correctly. Now, the final step is asset selection. Once your funds have cleared, you choose from a selection of IRS-approved gold or silver coins and bars. Because IRS rules require these assets to be held in a secure third-party facility, AHG ships your metals directly to an insured depository, such as the Delaware Depository. Your investment is stored in a high-security vault in your name, satisfying all federal requirements while maintaining the tax-advantaged status of your retirement accounts. Now, if you're trying to figure out which independent gold IRA company is the best fit for your specific account size and timeline, my quiz in the description of this video takes 60 seconds and gives you a personalized recommendation. This helps you filter through the noise of the most marketed companies to find the one that fits your actual needs. All right, next let's talk about how American Hartford Gold makes money and what it is going to cost you. Fees, markups, and total costs. First, let's look at the annual fees. Based on industry reported data, you're looking at roughly $180 to $280 per year in total holding costs. This is typically split between the custodian maintenance fees, usually $75 to $125, and the depository storage fees, which ranges from $100 to $150. If you have a larger account, specifically over $50,000 or $100,000, AHG will often offer to waive these fees for the first year, or in some cases, up to 3 years as an incentive. Next, we need to discuss the spread and the markup. This is how the company earns its profit, and it's the most important math for you to understand. The markup is the premium the dealer adds to the global spot price of gold to cover their business costs and profit. For example, if the spot price is $5,100, they might sell it to you for $5,350. The spread is the difference between the selling price and what they will pay you to buy it back later. If you buy at $5,350, but their current buyback price is $5,000, you have a $350 spread. Currently, industry reports suggest a spread of approximately 3 to 5% for gold bullion and 8 to 12% for silver. Now, here's why it matters. If you buy $50,000 worth of gold and the spread is 5%, your account's liquidation value on day one is technically $47,500. You are down 5% the moment the transaction closes. And this is exactly why a gold IRA is not a short-term trade. You're waiting for the market price of the metal to appreciate enough to cover that initial spread before you see a profit. Now, one final tip, be careful with premium or exclusive coins. These are often marketed as collectibles, but they frequently carry much higher markups, sometimes 15 to 30% or more compared to standard bullion. For a straightforward retirement hedge, sticking to high volume, common coins keep your costs lower and your future exit strategy simpler. The exit strategy and buyback program. Next, let's look at the exit. With American Hartford Gold, you have two primary ways to handle your exit. Option number one, the cash buyback. First, let's talk about their no-fee buyback program. This is a major trust signal because many smaller dealers are happy to sell you gold, but become very difficult to reach when you want to sell it back. AHG essentially acts as your guaranteed buyer. They don't charge an additional liquidation fee to process this for you. Also, this is the fastest way to get cash back into your bank accounts. However, you need to understand the math. They will buy the metal back at their current bid price, which is the wholesale rate. Because of the dealer spread, you generally need to hold your gold long enough for the market price to grow past that initial markup. If you hold for several years and the price of gold rises, you can still make a significant profit. Option number two, in-kind distributions. If you don't want to sell at a dealer's wholesale price, you can choose an in-kind distribution. Instead of a check, you request that the depository ship your actual physical gold directly to your home. This is a powerful move because it gives you total control. Once the gold is in your hands, you are not restricted to one company's buyback offer. You can keep the coins in your personal safe as a long-term inheritance, or you can shop them around to different dealers and private collectors to find the highest possible market price. Final verdict, pros and cons. So, where do we land on American Hartford Gold? The pros are clear. They have a low $10,000 minimum, which makes them accessible. Their customer service and educational resources are top tier. They have a long, documented history of high ratings and successful deliveries. Their buyback program is solid, and their price match guarantee means if you find a lower quote from another big dealer, they will usually meet it to keep your business. Now, the cons are worth noting. The lack of online pricing can be frustrating for people who hate talking on the phone. Their follow-up calls can be a bit persistent once you've requested a guide. And finally, you have to be disciplined enough to stay away from the high markup specialty coins if your goal is purely wealth preservation. So if you're a mid-sized investor looking for a guided experience with a company that has the scale to handle market volatility, American Hartford Gold is a top choice. If you are a tech-savvy investor looking for an add-to-cart experience where you can buy gold instantly on a website with a credit card, AHG's consultative model will likely feel like an unnecessary bottleneck for you. Now, before you open an account with any gold IRA company, take 60 seconds to answer 5 quick questions and find out which one is actually the best fit for your situation. The quiz is completely free, there's no obligation, and the link is in the description below. It's the best way to ensure your rollover is handled by a reputable, independent company that fits your retirement goals. And a quick note before you go, everything in this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. I'm an independent researcher, not a licensed financial advisor. Always consult a qualified professional before making any investment decisions. And by the way, if you find this video interesting, then you might find this video interesting as well. Just click here and I'll see you there.